everyone. Today we are speaking with Joanne Lenweaver, Director of the WISE Business Women's Center, and we're talking today about the upcoming WISE Symposium, the 10th anniversary of this incredible women's conference for women entrepreneurs. It's going to be happening on April 3rd at the On Center in Syracuse, New York, and we are so excited about this event. Joanne, thank you for speaking with us today.
Kathy, it's my pleasure. I'm just really excited.
You know, I wanted to ask you, we've been speaking to a lot of the other speakers who are going to be at the event about a lot of different things about what they're going to talk about and things like that. But I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the evolution of this conference. How did this come to be?
Well, it's funny because the WISE Symposium is a committee of the WISE Women's Business Center. But the funny thing is that the symposium is 10 years old, so the child is 10 years old, and the mother is only 5.5 years old. So what happened was a group of women in Syracuse more or less got together 10 years ago and said, you know what, we really could put together something, more or less a symposium, meaning a small group of really qualified women to kind of share and, exchange ideas. And what they said was, let's invite some really high-end speakers. They started out basically with Anita Roddick as one of the people that they were considering, and more or less said, you know what, let's invite our friends and our people that are really important to us, and about 250 women attended. And it grew to, as we all know right now, more than 1,000 women every year.
Wow, that's a pretty cool story. I like that. Yeah, I know last year we sold out, right? And it was at the Holiday Inn Conference Center in Liverpool, right there off Electronics Parkway.
That's right.
This year we're going to be back at the On Center. Are we concerned about selling out again?
Well, the great thing is about the On Center is that we can really go over our limit in a way. I mean, there will be no selling out almost. I think Nicole and Lindsay are able to accommodate a tremendous amount more people than we've ever had. So because we take over the entire building, we're in really great shape.
Awesome. Although I wouldn't want anybody to risk that, considering that we were turning people away last year. So I think if people want to make sure they're going to get a good spot, they need to get on wiseconference.com right now and register, because we're already at record numbers for early registration. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yes.
Now, you said that the child was older than the parent and that a group of women sat down to organize this event. Why do you think events like this are so important to women entrepreneurs?
Well, the one thing I see down at the WISE Center, whenever we have an event, in many ways, some of the things that I see with women entrepreneurs are not only that they are interested in education, in, learning how to put a business plan together, how to do cash flows, how to understand a P&L, all of that, right. But they're looking for connection. And as an entrepreneur myself, one of the things that was really a standout was I could always ask somebody for help on things, but the one thing that was really kind of something that really stood out was the isolation that many women, I think, face. They run businesses by themselves. Some of the high achievers, that's certainly not the case. They have employees, they have people that they work with, but the majority of the nascent entrepreneurs that we see at the WISE Women's Business Center, that's what they're looking for, is networking, putting together, kind of a network of people that they will call on again. But that's really what the WISE Symposium does offer.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think it's interesting, the conversation about isolation. And I do think women are unique in their need to communicate and to share and support one another. I do find that very kind of unique to that businesswoman conversation. We're highly competitive one another, yet we're the first to hug and offer suggestions on how to be successful.
Right. You are absolutely right, and I think that is exactly what happens at the symposium. That there's this clan kind of feeling that all of a sudden, we feel like we're back with people that we met 3 years ago, or we're listening to a speaker that inspired us to start a business, several years ago, and now here we are back, and we're reporting that things are going well. So I think that's exactly what it is. The inspiration and the getting to the idea of competition for sure, but knowing that there is somebody that's going to help you through it.
Yeah, I noticed last year at the conference that the energy in the networking sessions and between the speaker sessions, the workshops, was as high or higher than during some of the workshops, and even higher than during some of the big speakers. I mean, we all loved listening to Bobby Brown and J.J. Ramsberg. They were so awesome.
Yes.
But I really felt the buzz and the energy was really coming out of the conversations happening between all the women in the chairs and all the women moving from event to event. And most of them didn't know each other. Hey, what's your name? Oh, that's so cool what you do. I mean, people were just becoming fast friends and supportive, and I thought it was such a cool event. I was so excited and thrilled to be a part of it, and I'm very much looking forward to this year's event.
Oh, well, what an observation, Kath. That's really great to know that that's what's happening amongst people on the floor. I mean, that's what we see, but it has to be very evident if, you're seeing it and feeling it while you're going through the room. I think, women are starting businesses and they need at a rate higher than any other interest group in the nation right now. And they've really put together, I think, a network of real strong support. So that's what you need when you start a business is mentors, proteges, whatever it may be. It's part of the building process.
And I tell you what, in interviewing, I think I've interviewed 10 to 15 speakers at this point, for the YouTube channel to get an idea of what people are going to be talking about. I have to say I'm really impressed with the content level, too. The content isn't just for, I think I have a business idea, but it's for a 10-year experienced business veteran, a 20-year, a highly successful business veteran, to somebody struggling to figuring it out. I mean, there is something at this conference for every level of woman business owner, and I've been very impressed with the content that's going to be put forth and also the skill and experience behind the presenters. I mean, they've got a real story to tell, and they have a lot of value to deliver. So women should be buying those tickets right now and make sure they're going to show up at the WISE Symposium on April 3rd at the On Center in Syracuse, New York. For tickets, go to wiseconference.com. Again, that's wiseconference.com. And Joanne, thank you so much for your time today.
Kathy, it's been my pleasure. I'll see you there.
Awesome. Look forward to it.
Okay.